Alright, here we go with another one, part 4, the discovery of Karl Pilkington. I've already done 3 of these. If you haven't already, please check them out. They are incredible. I mean, it may be the best Karl content that I've heard so far, because it's basically Karl not realizing yet that he is Karl. It's just amazing. And let's go ahead with part 4. There you go.
Karl's re-education this week. Rasputin, you read a little book about Rasputin?
What did you know about Rasputin before you read the book, Karl?
Could I just tell you, when I handed him this book, it was my house, I said, right, he went, is he the one that lived under the bridge? And I went, what do you mean? He went, the fellow that lived on the bridge, and you had to pass him with a, and Jane went, you're thinking of Rapunzel. And he went, yeah. And I went, well, that's not Rapunzel either. Rapunzel's, you had to say his name, you had to guess his name.
The person who lived on the bridge was the troll in the 3 little brick graph.
I'm a troll, foldy well. So, to answer your question, Steve, that's what he knew about Rasputin. Okay?
So have you read this whole book? Can I just have a look at it?
It's a whole book. It's about the size of a beer mat.
Yeah. I was just thinking. But did you read the whole thing?
No.
You didn't
Well,
manage
you
to read the
didn't
whole
even
thing?
do that.
Well, again, some of the names in there are so long and foreign sounding that I just thought, I can't remember all these. So I just got to the meat of the story.
Go on,
Okay, what did you learn about Rasputin?
Right. He was a monk.
Yep.
And
Mad? Was he a mad monk?
Hang on a minute.
Don't confuse him.
Sorry.
Right.
Go on.
God. You see, this is what happened in the exams. Right, it was.
Oh, don't do that when I'm drinking, Karl. Please, mate.
He loved his women. And that's how the story started off. He had really nice.
Story started off. Yeah.
He had really nice eyes, and that's what everyone fell for, especially the women.
Yeah.
Anyway, the people back then thought he had special powers because he could hypnotise people or something.
Oh yeah.
And it was about a little lad who had some sort of blood clot on his leg, and he said, "Just calm down, and you'll be all right." And people thought he had special powers, but what he was doing, he was saying, "Calm down," and he relaxed, and it stopped the blood flowing sort of as fast, and that's how he got better. But anyway, that's the only bit of special work that he did. And then he kept going on, and he was going in brothels and all that. And the people in the town thought, this isn't right. He shouldn't be going about doing this. And
Where did he live?
Russia. Is that right?
Yep.
What sort of era?
I thought you'd like
About 1800.
Okay. All right. Okay.
And then.
Do you want to check that, Steve? You got the book?
People
Well, I
got
know
sick
for a
of
fact that's
him.
not right.
People got sick of him, and they said, "Oh, we'll have to get rid of him." So they tried to. He loved cakes as well as women.
Okay.
So they said, "Let's poison a cake," and they poisoned a load of
Easier than
cakes.
poisoning a woman, wouldn't it?
And he ate these cakes, and it just didn't kill him. And they were like, "God, what's going on?" And they kept giving him more and more cakes, and
He was suspicious.
that didn't work. So the fella said, "That's it. I'm going to shoot him." So.
Well, I imagine it was the end of his tether.
So
I mean, he was back and forth to Mr. Kipling's. You know, like,
he shot him once, and that didn't work. And the fella thought, "Oh my God!" And he started running away. And Rasputin's running after him, and he shoots him like another. I think he took 4
face
bullets.
full of Battenberg.
Four bullets.
Didn't you swear then?
4 bullets. It took to kill him, and then this fella who was after him chucked him in an icy lake, and that was the end of him. But I don't understand. Sort of.
What don't you understand, Karl?
Well, the fact that, he's a bit of a name in history, and I don't understand why, because it just sounds a bit like my brother.
An invigilator, would it? That's the thing. You can't use that one with an exam board.
Karl, have you ever logged on to Friends Reunited? It was the site that everyone was talking about last year.
No.
Are you aware of the concept?
I've heard about it, but there's no one from school I'd want to see
Hook up with.
again, really.
So basically, for those that don't know, you have to log onto his website, and then it helps you track down your old schoolmates if they've also logged on and stuff. And we took the liberty, really, of looking on the Friends Reunited site and typing in your school and trying to track down any of your old mates. We didn't get in touch with any of them, don't worry.
We didn't do that.
We're not going to surprise you with them now.
No.
But I was just interested to know, like, some of your thoughts on some of the names that I could run past you. I mean, these are people from your year. Just tell me if you recognise the names. Alison Birch?
Think I remember her.
What's your thoughts on it?
Don't
be libelous.
Don't be like no.
No. Posh probably did pretty well in history and that.
Sarah Morris?
God, yeah. Remember her?
Go on, you're grinning. What's the thought? Go on.
No, just she was all right. She was a popular one.
What does that mean?
She was nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. What about Darren Buckley?
He was one of my best mates.
Was he really?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah.
What do you reckon he's doing now? Do you still keep in touch?
When my mum and dad were still in Manchester and they had a butty shop, he used to go in because the bookies was next door.
I love the way you paint a picture.
If
you did this in your history exam, Carl, you will walk it.
Go on. So your parents had a butty shop. There was a bookies next door.
Yeah, and he liked having a bit of a gamble, so he used to. I think he works for some insurance company.
Do you think that his fiancée Beth knows he's got a gambling problem? Or that his 2-year-old son Lewis?
No.
Yeah, they live in Cheadle Holme.
Hume.
Cheadle Hume.
He must be doing well.
He's still supporting the Blue Army and frequents the shrine on a fortnightly basis.
Funny thing with him is, right, when I used to stay over at his house, and his dad was a copper, and I remember his dad came down and said, right, I want to see you two. I thought, oh God, what's happened? And got us round the table. He said, do you know much about drugs? So we were like, what's all this about? So he goes, you know, they're not good for anyone, you know, the stupid thing to get into. And we're like, yeah, we know. And he went, you know, do you? We said, yeah. He said, what's this then? And he'd found something in his bedroom, and it was a Skittle.
What the sweet?
Do you know little sweets with the S on it? And
Oh, really?
Drugs.
Yeah.
So he said, well, yeah, it's a Skittle. Yeah, I know what it is. He said,
Oh, he was bluffing like that as a slang word.
yeah, he thought because he was a copper, he probably had to be down with all the terms and that. So we said, oh, it's a Skittle. And he said, yeah, I know what it is, but what's it doing in your bedroom?
Oh.
And it was like, no, it's a toffee. So, Darren,
Yeah, I know, it's a toffee, it's a squib, it's a yeah.
Karl, more people from your past. Debbie Carr?
yeah, she was another nice one.
What does that mean? Is that a euphemism?
No, she was one of them that you'd sort of go, she's nice, but she'd never be your girlfriend. Do you know what I mean? She was,
Not really.
even though she was in the same year, she seemed a lot older.
Right.
And
It wasn't a teacher, was it?
There was 3 of them who all hung together, and they seemed to hang around like the older kids, the ones who looked like men. Do you know what I mean? They had,
Yeah.
What did you look like then?
Well, it's just that I had youthful sort of looks, whereas like the older ones had like beards and stuff.
It's a gang of boys in the 5th form with beards. Were they smoking pipes? Go, come over here, me filly. Oi, Debbie Carr, come over here, you little beauty.
No, but she was like,
I love that. They were hanging around with beards. There's the big boys. Oh, fishing. That's lovely beards. What do you
I
mean?
just see a whole row of George Bernard Shaws. Brilliant.
How do you do in history, boy? Think got an E. You're an idiot.
they
Oh,
were like, you know, I'd be there sort of punching people in the arm. Cause we used to
Oh,
play
yeah.
that
Oh, that's a
skill.
great game.
oh, I love that. Punch people in the arm.
Is that part of the Olympics now?
it's I think it was exhibition this year.
Right.
But
it's going to be a pro next
It's going to be the Winter Olympics because you've got to do it in just a cap sleeve shirt
Sure.
in winter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're
Oh.
playing that.
She, but whilst I
But
was
she didn't
doing
appreciate that. She used to go, ow!
that, no, I always think whilst I was doing that, they were like the Charlie's Angels, and they'd be sorting out a mission somewhere because they were really like there was something about them that you thought, you know, yeah, they're
Manifest.
special.
They were private detectives.
What do we work for a man they never see?
Okay, here's a name I'm interested in because, well, let me just tell you the name first. Adam Clifton. Oh. Go on,
What?
what are your thoughts on Clifton?
He was one of them kids. He was all right, but he had that thing when if you didn't have enough milk, he had like wrinkly hands and like white bits in his nails.
Oh!
Because you didn't have enough milk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So therefore, you didn't like him because you didn't get enough milk.
This is not to be confused with the 2 people with the big heads and the web feet, is it?
Webbed hands.
Well, this
Well,
was
I know that they weren't related. They must have been somewhere along the evolutionary sort of trail. Do you know what I mean? They must have come from the same sort of stock.
But
no, you wouldn't have liked him. He's just one of them people. He was all right, but
well,
wouldn't have him as
before
a
you say any more, on Friends United, you can leave a little message which explains what you've been doing and what your life's like now. And most people leave maybe 2 paragraphs.
Right.
Adam, I've printed it off. He seems to have printed. I think there's about 6 pages here. of stuff. He keeps updating it, and he just basically lists his memories about everyone, okay, at the school, and what he thinks of everyone. And he says, I often see Simon, he's doing all right for himself, self-employed illustrator, Mark Cooper, Karl Pilkington.
Right.
And your name comes up. Now, I don't know if you've told us this story. I think you may have done, but I can't remember the facts about it. It just says, Karl Pilkington, with his pet bird. Was it a magpie? I can't remember. He brought it to school to show everyone, and it flew away.
Oh, God. Oh, no, they do that, don't they?
What was the story there,
You
Karl?
give them seed and they just leave. What do you mean?
Well,
This sounds like Kez.
Well, that's it. I was a big fan of Kez, and it was the time our dog had just died,
Yeah.
so I didn't have any pets, and the cats were always getting run over,
Yeah.
and so we didn't want any more pets.
Yeah.
But there was a magpie that used to fly about on the estate, and I managed to sort of tame it. And in the end,
With a chair and a whip? What do
it
you mean you
became
tamed it?
Well, just used to sort of hang around it and talk.
But how did
to
you
it.
get hold of it? Did you catch it?
Well, eventually, yeah, it used to just come to me, and the annoying thing was, it got to a point when I wish I hadn't bothered, because it used to pop me bike tyres. It used to sit on like, if I was talking to my mates and I was on my grifter.
I love the way he just throws things in.
It's like an Alan Bennett play.
It landed on my tyre, and it used to peck at the tyre and pop it, and then
Oh,
it used to then never go away, so it was always like around the house, and my dad said never bring it in. So it used to sit on the porch, and I used to go out, and it used to fly down and land on my head, and it really hurt. It used to like peck and stuff.
He thought it was a tyre.
So it wasn't so much tamed as a stalker.
Oh, God.
So you took it to school and it flew away?
Yeah.
So did you take it in proudly going, look at my magpie? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
no.
I think it got a bit confused in the area that it was in, because I used to just keep it sort of around our estate, but
Sure.
the school was a bit of a distance away.
How did you get it there?
So, carrying it on my finger.
Did you walk?
Yeah.
Wow.
So it was happy there, and then it got... Huh?
But it used to be one of those things that people would stop me in the street and sort of go, "Oh, what's that?"
And
say,
did- I don't
"It's
suppose
Maggie." Called it Maggie.
You didn't get Charlie's Angels to go and find out what happened to it? Investigate?
Were they impressed?
No, not really.
No.
But
Listen.
go on. Any. Last
Carl, let's
few
come back
names?
to it, mate. Let's come back to it.
Alright, we'll stop here. Oh my god. Amazing. Amazing. He doesn't have a normal memory, does he? Anything. You can just ask him about anything. You know, it's like, look, you're not going to get a normal story. You're going to get weird, surprising, unique, strange anecdotes. Amazing. Looking forward to more parts of this.